Hey, what's going on guys, it's Chum here, and today I'm going to be helping you guys win at Incursion Mode in Battleborn. But before I jump into the tips and tricks, I'll explain how the mode works. When playing Incursion, your goal is to push back your opponent's defenses until you are able to assault and destroy their sentries. Each team has 2 sentries, which are shielded mechs capable of dealing massive damage. To win an Incursion match, you must either destroy both of the opponent's mechs, or have done more damage to their sentries when the time runs out. Like I said before, these sentries have an energy shield and are equipped with powerful weaponry. The sentry shield can absorb a lot of damage, and while the shield is active, the sentry is at its strongest. Because of this, rushing the sentry while the shields are up will more often than not result in your own death, even before you're able to deplete the shield. Instead, what you need to do is push with your minions. Helping your minions reach the enemy sentry is the easiest way to get damage on the sentry shield without suffering damage yourself. Once your minions have depleted the sentry's shield, then you and your teammates, who should be ready for a fight, can charge in and finish it off. While the sentry's shields are down, it is much more vulnerable to being stunned or disabled, meaning at times it will not attack back, but instead flinch from taking damage. One of the best ways to help your minion waves reach the enemy sentry is to reinforce them with more powerful units. There will be a few locations on the map which will allow you to purchase a heavy minion with the shards you've earned in the match. These heavy minions can make short work of enemy minions, and when supported by your heroes, they can be invaluable for taking down enemy heroes. Another way to get more powerful minions on your side is to assault the Thrall mercenaries. There will be a few areas on the map in which brute-like monsters known as Thralls will reside. There is a spawn point for a single Thrall behind the front line of each team, and a spawn point in the middle of the map that has 2 Thralls. After attacking and defeating these Thralls, you are able to recruit them to your team by standing on their spawn point. Much like the heavy minions, these Thralls are invaluable when assaulting the enemy sentry. One key thing to remember when assaulting the enemy sentry is that it's not everyone's job to attack the sentry directly. While on the assault, there will be plenty of enemy heroes to deal with, and if your whole team is attacking the sentry, you will easily be picked off. Players whose abilities are designed to attack a single target, such as Thorn or Marquis, should focus on attacking the sentry, while heroes with AoE or Area of Effect abilities should focus on holding back the enemy heroes. AoE abilities are perfect for dealing with enemies, because you can use your territorial control to keep them away from the heroes that are attacking the sentry. Once you've taken out the first enemy sentry, it is very important for your team to secure the area. If the area is left unsecure, it makes it substantially easier for your enemies to make a comeback. Now when I say secure the area, I don't just mean destroying all nearby turrets, I mean buying them back and upgrading them as much as possible. What you're doing is basically taking your enemy's resources and using these resources against them. This won't only include turrets, but other structures like accelerators and healing stations, as well as the Thrall camp on the enemy side of the map. With all of these resources either suppressing the enemy or supporting your team, your opposition will need a miracle in order to make a comeback. Now that I've covered assaulting the enemy sentry, let's talk about our final topic, defending your sentry. The way the incursion maps are designed force your enemies to push through a really narrow choke point just before reaching your sentry. This means that you have a great opportunity to stop your enemies when they group together at a choke point. However, while you do have this advantage, it is very important not to get too hasty and charge in only to have yourself killed. As a hero, you are the most important part of your defenses. If you were to die, you'd only make the enemy's job a lot easier. Instead, what you want to do is suppress your enemies by constantly using your skills on the choke point. Doing this will cause the enemy heroes to hesitate and wait for the path to be clear. However, the enemy minions and Thralls will continue to push, and possibly even die before the enemy's heroes make their move. This will then divide their forces, making their assault a lot easier to deal with. Additionally, if an enemy did not hesitate and happened to rush through, they will be greatly weakened, and it is very unlikely that the whole team would follow. This then makes that enemy very easy to pick off. And now let's just say that this all fails, and the entire enemy team manages to surpass the choke point. The only thing you can do from here is prove how badass you are in all-out combat. Either way guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned a little something about playing the Incursion mode in Battleborn. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like. Also, if you have your own tips for Incursion, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, because I know I, and I'm sure many other viewers, would love to read them. Now that you've reached the end of the video, I'm sure you guys are wondering what you want to watch next, so I have two suggestions for you. On the left we have another Battleborn guide. In this guide I go through the very basics of Battleborn and try to explain to you how the MOBA style gameplay works in this first person shooter. So if you haven't checked that out, if you're still a little bit confused about how Battleborn works, feel free to jump over there and check that out. It has a lot of useful information. However, if you are comfortable with the way you play Battleborn and you're just looking for some funny stuff, we have my playthrough with another member of the channel named Riser. We've been doing the storyboard missions co-op and we've been having a lot of fun doing it, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy checking that out. Regardless, once again I'd like to thank you guys for watching and I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time I hope you have a wonderful day.